Hello and welcome. You know, we spend so much time worrying about the obvious culprits when it comes to our teeth. We all know that candy, sugary sodas, those are the bad guys, right? But what if I told you there's a much more common habit, something many of us do without a second thought, that could be doing just as much, if not more damage to our oral health? Today, we're going to uncover a really fascinating and frankly surprising connection between not just what's on your plate, but how much is on it and the health of your teeth and gums. It's a connection that goes way deeper than you might think.
So let's just start with this question. Think about it. From the time we're kids, we're taught to brush our teeth right after having a sweet treat to prevent cavities. That's Dental Health 101. But what if the real story is so much bigger than just a piece of candy? What if the single biggest threat is actually hiding in plain sight, part of our daily routine?
And there it is. It's simply eating too much. Yeah, I know, it sounds almost too simple, maybe even a little strange. How can having a big dinner possibly lead to gum problems? But it's true. Overeating, regardless of whether the food is healthy or not, can kick off a serious chain reaction inside your body. And that chain reaction often ends with real, lasting damage to your teeth and gums. To understand how, we first need to get familiar with one key condition.
And that condition is periodontal disease. Now let's be really clear about what this is. This isn't just about your gums bleeding a little bit when you floss. We are talking about a serious chronic infection. It's an infection that slowly, silently damages the soft tissue in your mouth, and if it's left unchecked, it can literally destroy the bone that holds your teeth in place. It's a major health issue, and as we're about to see, overeating is one of its best friends.
Okay, so how does a big meal translate into such a big problem for your gums? What's the connection? Let's break down exactly why eating too much is such a surprising and hidden danger to your dental health.
Well, the most direct link happens right there inside your mouth. Your mouth is basically a bustling city of bacteria, a whole ecosystem. Some of these bacteria are helpful, but others are, well, not so helpful. When you overeat, especially foods that are high in sugars and simple carbohydrates, you're essentially throwing an all-you-can-eat buffet for those harmful bacteria. They feast on all that extra sugar, and as a byproduct, they produce acids. These acids are what erode your tooth enamel, and just as importantly, they really irritate your gums, making them inflamed and creating the perfect entry point for infection.
But the story doesn't stop there. The problem goes so much deeper than just a little acid in your mouth. See, overeating triggers a body-wide response. It's a full-on chain reaction, and unfortunately for them, your gums are sitting right in the firing line. So, the very first domino to fall in this chain reaction is the blood sugar spike. When you eat a large meal, especially one rich in carbs, your body gets flooded with glucose, and your blood sugar shoots way up. Now, a spike here and there isn't a huge deal, but when it happens over and over again from consistently overeating, it puts a massive strain on your entire system. And for your gums, this is especially bad news. Consistently high blood sugar actually weakens your immune cells and damages the collagen that keeps your gum tissue strong and firm. It basically disarms your gum's natural ability to heal and fight off inflammation.
And that leads us straight to the next critical link in the chain, systemic inflammation. Think of inflammation as your body's fire alarm. It's a good thing when there's a real fire, like an injury. But habitual overeating is like constantly pulling that fire alarm when there's no emergency. It puts your entire body in a state of low-grade chronic inflammation. The alarm is always on. And when your whole body is inflamed, it can't effectively deal with localized problems. Your gums become one of the most vulnerable spots, basically primed and ready for disease to take hold.
And finally, all of this completely wrecks the delicate ecosystem in your mouth, what's known as your oral flora. In a healthy mouth, the good and bad bacteria mostly keep each other in check. It's a balanced community. But a diet fueled by overeating with all those extra sugars is like pouring fertilizer on the weeds in a garden. The bad, disease-causing bacteria just explode in number, completely overpowering the good bacteria that are trying to protect you. The balance is lost.
So let's just recap and look at this whole destructive pathway laid out. It all starts with step 1, overeating, particularly foods high in sugar. That leads directly to step 2, those constant damaging blood sugar spikes. Those spikes then fuel step 3, increased systemic inflammation all throughout your body. This in turn creates a huge imbalance in your oral flora, which is step 4, letting the bad bacteria run wild. And the final, inevitable destination on this path, step 5, periodontal disease. You can see how each step is a direct consequence of the one before it. It's a clear and predictable progression.
Now this is a really crucial point. This whole issue isn't just about potentially losing your teeth. That's serious enough, of course. But once your gums are compromised, once they're chronically inflamed and infected, the wall that was protecting the rest of your body has been breached. The problem is no longer just a mouth problem.
And this right here is the critical turning point. Think of your gums as the gatekeepers for your entire circulatory system. When they're healthy, they form a nice, tight seal. But when they're diseased and inflamed, that seal becomes weak, it becomes porous. This allows those harmful bacteria from your mouth to slip right past the gate and get into your bloodstream, where they are now free to travel anywhere and everywhere in your body. And once those oral bacteria are on the loose in your bloodstream, they can cause some serious trouble. Scientific research has clearly linked periodontal disease, which, remember, is fueled by overeating, to a whole host of other major health problems. We're talking about things like heart disease, arteriosclerosis, which is the hardening of the arteries, and making conditions like diabetes much, much worse. It really drives home the point that protecting your teeth is about so much more than just your smile. It's about protecting your entire body.
Okay, I know that was a lot of pretty concerning information, but here is the genuinely good news. You have a tremendous amount of control over this whole process. It's not about some complicated medical treatment. It really all comes down to building simple, consistent habits. So let's shift gears and look at how you can build a strong defense to protect yourself.
So here are 5 really powerful, actionable steps you can take. First, eat regular meals and try to avoid constant snacking. This gives your mouth and your blood sugar levels a much-needed rest between meals. Second, be mindful about limiting super sugary foods and drinks. Don't make it easy for those bad bacteria. Third, a simple one, chew your food well. The act of chewing stimulates saliva production, and saliva is your mouth's own amazing natural defense system. Fourth, you can't forget the basics. They still matter immensely. Brush and floss every single day to remove that plaque buildup. And fifth, if it works for your lifestyle, you could try intermittent fasting. Even a simple 16-hour fasting window gives your body a chance to stabilize blood sugar and lower that systemic inflammation we talked about, giving your whole body, and especially your gums, a chance to rest and heal.
When you boil it all down, it really comes back to this one idea. This isn't about chasing a perfect diet or never enjoying a big meal again. It's about mindfulness. It's about truly recognizing that the health of your mouth and the health of your body aren't separate things. They are completely intrinsically linked. And the journey to protecting both begins with paying attention, not just to the quality of the food you eat, but also to the quantity.
So the next time you look in the mirror, try to see more than just your teeth. See it as a reflection, a window into your overall well-being. Signs like bleeding gums, swollen gums, persistent bad breath, these aren't just minor dental issues to ignore. They could be early warning signs from your body that something is out of balance. So the question to leave you with is this: your mouth is a window to your overall health. What is yours telling you?